Hello everyone, my name's Flare Blitz and we've returned back to Pedestal. We finally have at least a person that's outside of Aoi and Akari helping in our cause to find out the truth about Shiori Natsume. So let's see. Oh, Ui, so you're out and about today. Did you take yesterday off? Yep, I'll be getting right back to it today. Cheer me on, Bottles. Well, as long as you don't bother me, I guess I can at least do that. Go for it. Me and my wonky glasses. Chart of clubs off days. Question only active clubs. Use phone to check day of the week. Monday, soccer, track, swim, dance. Tuesday, basketball, volleyball, tennis. Wednesday, none. Thursday, cooking, art, literacy. Friday, drama, comp, scythe, and then biology and science as well by Ui Newspaper Association. Yes, I pronounce both words the same. Aoi. So we're going to go about this, and hopefully we'll be able to know what is going on. But first of all, what is today's? I believe the W means Wednesday. MT. WT, unless it's TU and TH. Could be along those lines, so let's see. So today is Wednesday, which means, if I pull the picture for myself up quickly, that there are no club activities going on. So that must mean we cannot check out active group members at this point in time. You three miscreants again. What? Nothing at all. If there's nothing, then you could not stand around us. You've been annoying and like, are you still investigating Natsume or whatever? Such a hard worker even when it's pointless. Not like I care, we've got nothing to say. So can you go already? Grr. Rein it in, Aoi. Oh, rein it in. Yep, do not need to look at them, acknowledge their presence or anything like that. I'm not getting many visitors today. Maybe I should just head home. Maybe you just need to evict these three from the premises, and then from there, it'll be all lovely and dandy. Okay, social studies, we've already been in there. Art room. Okay, so there's nothing going on here. I'm making no progress on my piece to display for the Culture Festival, and there's no time to restart it. I should have done watercolors, not oil paints. Right. I hear the Orchestra Club was planning to perform a song called March to the Gallows for the Culture Festival, but they changed it after Shiori died. Guess it would have come off as inappropriate. That's me, huh? Even to our senior, she felt far out of our league. A girl that blessed killing herself makes no sense. Maybe it's easier living an average life like me. I would not presume so. I think every walk in life has its difficulties. This? It's the pains I'm submitting to the competition. I want to win an award at least once. Lovely. You looking into Shiori? That's fine, but you shouldn't question in 2C, okay? There's girls who saw Shiori as an enemy. Yeah, I think those are the girls which we've already, given conversation to. Today, I'm practicing rough sketches. See, I'm drawing that bust near the wall. It looks a little different from afar, doesn't it? It depends on the perspective of things. Depends on the things in which you can see of that particular thing. Don't touch the paints! All paints don't come off when we get on close. Really now, I'm sure there is a way, but a very hard way. Shiori was good enough at violin to go for a music college, but I think she said she didn't intend to. Kind of a waste when you have that kind of talent. But maybe it's not the thing that she wanted to pursue. Maybe it's something that only Shiori's parents wanted her to pursue. There's a difference there. Wanting to achieve something because you want to achieve it, but then achieving something because You want to be able to fulfill the needs and desires of someone else. For me, former 100%. You want to do something for yourself, not for somebody else. Let's see. She was a popular girl, huh? But I didn't have any interest in her. At most, I thought it was cool how she had the same last name as Shiori Natsume. Now, who is her? Let's see. Okay, it looks like it's a Thursday, actually, because we've both got cooking and... No, not cooking. Art and then literacy now. Ooh, Abby. You both share your names with Atukatwa prize winners. Oh, you don't know what that is? And I don't even know how to pronounce that name or even know where to start to pronounce that name. Natsume? Come to think of it, we talked once in the library. She was reading a book with a pained expression. So I got curious and spoke up. A pained expression? What was she reading? I think it was Face. It's a book they based an opera on. You heard of it? Oh, I know a song from that opera, yeah. What's the story about? It's about a devout hermit who converts a hermlot. Or like, you mustn't give yourself to pleasure. But when the hermlot dies, the hermit confesses, I actually loved you all along. So the reformed hermlot dies after praying for 3 months, while the hermit gives in to desire. It's kind of like, what the heck is this? You know? Maybe that's why Natsume had a weird look. Possibly, but the motive to read it would obviously be something akin to feelings in which you possess at that point in time because you absorb yourself into the fiction slash fantasy slash non-fiction. I want to write mystery novels, but it's hard. I'm too dumb to think of any tricks. All you gotta do is go with your gut. That's all you can do. I gotta write a piece to put in the club magazine, but I just can't come up with any ideas. Maybe I can try an essay this time. Do you think Natsume's death was that? I thought she was an incredibly blessed girl, but maybe something pained her. Yeah, it's called overly obsessive individuals that are above her in hierarchy socially. Not really sure. I never talked to her or anything. I often see you in the library. Do you like books? Would you want to join the literacy club? Think about it. I don't think she will pass you up on that suggestion, but it's better than nothing. So if this is the case and it is Thursday, then the cooking club is the only other... Yeah, very good. It's the only other one that is open at this point in time. So then the following day, you'd have drama, computer science, biology, and regular science. Whatever you'd call regular science. Shiori often came to eat the treats our club made. She'd give us a big smile and be like, it's delicious. There's something really sad about the idea she can't eat our food anymore. As the culture festival, we're selling treats. Cookies, pudding, I don't know how to pronounce that one, Madelines? Be sure to buy some yourselves when the day comes. I have never seen that word before in my entire life. I'm making meat and potato stew. I'll give it out to the teachers when I'm done. Ooey, you guys want to try it too? Absolutely. It's really too bad. Shiori was such a good girl. Yeah, that is the common denominator here, is that she is a great individual. What are you looking into Natsume for? Are you maybe planning to write an article? I think you should stop with that. You would definitely get yelled at. Hey, you don't even know what we're writing about. So that school paper. How about including recipes in it? Say the secret recipes of Cosmos' cooking club. Cosmos don't have anything like that, but it's akin to the Krabby Patty secret formula. Cooking is fun, but washing is such an ordeal. It's important though for hygiene and tidiness. I know that's just another part of cooking, but you know, if it sucks, it sucks. You know, it doesn't matter how wonderful something is, there's always going to be an element about it that sucks. Natsume's dad's a company president, right? Setting up with a fiancée to succeed him and stuff. What do they do now without their precious daughter? I don't know, but regardless, I think that's all in which we can question. We can go into the computer room for some odd reason. But why? Not that I'm going to back down on this offer. There were photos of Natsume on the school website, but they've been deleted now. Just natural, I guess. Maybe this is actually Wednesday and then, like, all clubs are available. Oh, ooey, so hey, you want to put past issues of the school paper on the school website? See me later to talk details. This is with computer science. Natsume, huh? I often talked with her and she was really nice. She was pretty and rich, but not pretentious, which is something that is quite rare to see in a rich person, because in other forms of fiction that I've written, sorry, not written, read, that you can be pretty and rich, but also pretentious. Emma from Purgatory 2, for example. I looked up to her quite a bit, honestly. And I think others have also had a similar sort of trait. Right now, I'm making a game of my own. I'm having guests at the Culture Festival play it. If you like, give it a shot when the day comes. Is it a first-person shooter, since you say shot? This is a compiled album of photos from school events. I thought I'd show everybody at the Culture Festival. There's so many, it's hard to narrow down a selection. Natsume had some unusual aspects, sorry. Despite being in the orchestra, she said she actually hated classical. But maybe that's just how artists are. We're slowly getting together a whole puzzle piece as to what Natsume is like. But yeah, all of the clubs are not... Why does this room remind me of Corpse Party? You know, with the with the mannequin with all the flesh intact. I never talked to Natsume. I imagine she didn't know I existed either. Natsume is famous, but I'm totally Medicure. You're not Medicure in my heart. This is my Culture Festival proposal. I want to do an art aquarium in the biology lab. But things are pretty strict, you know, and we don't have much budget. Yeah, money and, well, the ability to do it, yeah. Shiori liked cats, you know, but she couldn't keep one at home because of her parents' cat allergies, so she cared for strays near the school. Or maybe that's an excuse to not have a pet in the first place. We're growing mushrooms in the storage room. They need to be in a sterile place, so it's tough. When you grow them by hand, they feel kind of cute. Maybe it's an excuse so that Shiori would never have a pet, so that there isn't any potential distractions from her, you know, practices of doing her orchestra and her club work and her homework and everything else that her parents wanted to do, so that she was the perfect child. I know I'm going on for a bit about this kind of topic, but I just find it incredibly constraining and very gnawing when you know that there's somebody that is going through an ordeal that they say that they don't mind doing, but secretly deep down they hate doing it, because deep down they want to do something else in their life. We didn't interact at all, so I don't know. To someone as lowly as myself, the idea of even talking to her filled me with fear. Why fear though? I'm busy preparing for the Culture Festival. I'm planning to have everyone try various experiments, like a liquid nitrogen experiment. That's a fun one. In moderation. Newspaper club? Was there a newspaper association? No one's around, so don't put up a front. We're fellow members of puny associations, aren't we? How dare you? Natsume? Yeah, I want to say she often went down the hall outside here on lunch break, but I don't know the details there. The hall outside here, the one leading to the rooftop. Yeah, we're also here during lunch break, doing club stuff. so we often saw her going by. I found it strange, wondering what she was up to. Because isn't the rooftop off limits? But hey, there was another girl who would go by, so I didn't pay it too much mind. That is really fascinating, because knowing the route of somebody on their day-to-day basis, like if they have a common route in which they walk about, then you could probably have a guess as to their mindset while they're walking about. Like if they're doing exactly the same thing over and over again, then you can picture what it could be that they are thinking of going through, or just thinking of what they are going through. Like, why would you go to that particular location at that point in time? Like, for example, are you hungry? So therefore you go to the cafeteria. Stuff like that. Stuff like that. We can't go to the staff room. That is natural. Ah! Sakura! I hope you are doing well where you are, our newfound friend. Or but the auditorium. Oh, we can actually talk to everyone. Hello. Right, so Natsume fell from the roof, didn't she? I'd always wondered if it was okay to go on the roof when it's off limits, but I'm sure I never expected something like this to happen. I did hear the door to the rooftop was broken, meaning you could open it. Did you know about that, Kamiya? Yeah, heck, the rooftop was a secret spot to those in the know. Since a few months earlier, maybe, girls who wanted to skip class would sneak up there. Really? Were there quite a few girls who knew? Not sure, probably weren't that many. Also, why is the drama club in the auditorium? This is a sanctuary, not a classroom. Probably weren't that many. If it were too well known, a teacher would find out and get it closed off. Sorry, it was like strictly a hiding spot. Yeah, because if something becomes well known, then it would appear in conversation. It would appear in conversation at some point. We're doing an original play at the Culture Festival. Huh? What's the story like? It's a secret. Look forward to it. After all, magician would not lay out their secrets after all. I strained my voice too much, and now I'm hoarse. I should get a throat lozenge or something. I don't know why, but I just found that quite quite relatable, because sometimes I talk for too much and that kind of thing can happen. Natsume was a beauty, but she had a pretty voice too. It was calm and really easy to listen to. Sad to think I'll never get to hear it again. When one's voice goes, or one's life goes, you wouldn't be able to truly replicate that voice ever again. We tried inviting Natsume to Drama Club a few times. She was pretty and had a nice voice, so she'd be perfect for acting, right? Want to have her as a guest star. Too bad things ended up the way they did. Yeah, I keep forgetting my lines, and there isn't much time until the main event. Look, it is never too late until a fat lady sings, okay? The older girls really are good actors. I've got to do my best too. Oh, I know that name. She was the second year. And really rich, right? I don't know a single thing else. Sorry, we never talked at all, so I wouldn't know. So in the popular girl's tragic, mysterious death. I bet there's a TV drama like that. This is the script. I'm in charge of the script. You see? Are you the script writer or the script taker? Or script carer, I mean. I'm a first year, but I'm performing our next play. I'm nervous. I'll try my best not to drag the others down. Your peers are rooting for you, just like you are rooting for your peers, right? Natsume-senpai had such an aura about her. She looked so wonderful and cool when she played violin. I can't play an instrument, but I wanted to be like her so much. I wondered about joining the orchestra club. Always pursue your own path. Never try and completely mimic the shoes of another person, because your feet will most likely not be able to fit in someone else's shoes. What? Sorry, I don't really know. I knew she was popular, though. But it hurts. A basketball came... Sorry, a basketball came flying at me earlier and struck me right in the noggin. I don't have a bump on my head, do I? Nope, not a single wound whatsoever. Except maybe you should go to the hospital. Whew, it's hot, hot, hot. Wish we could open all the windows. I'm already sweating. We sat close together, so we talked a fair bit. She was nice and sociable. Never thought she'd do that to herself, though. Yeah, a really popular second year, right? Why do you think she died? Is it true what they say about it being... You know what? You know, I could say the word, but YouTube is so stupid nowadays. Whoa, be careful. Get out of the court once you're done. The ball's gonna hit you. I have sharp reflexes, you know. A ball's not gonna hit me. Once at secondary school, everyone hid behind me when it came to dodgeball. Because I'm 6'7", or back then I was a bit shorter. So tired. But I'll go a bit more until I rest. Giving it my all. And also I was above average weight as well, and still am. Natsume. I talked to her just a little bit. What was it that we talked about? Sorry, I'm too tired to think right now. Exactly, you are in the middle of an important thing right now. The other girls brought her up a lot. She was pretty smart and rich, wasn't she? So someone like that really did exist, huh? Oh, she passed away, didn't she? It's really bad. It's dangerous to stand around like that. You might faint if a spike hits you. The other girls are strong after all. Anybody is strong. Newspaper club? Sounds like a nice, relaxing time. What about our club next time? Oh, keep that in mind. Write an article on Natsume. You might want to stop or the teachers will get mad. Either way, I didn't know Natsume at all, so I don't think I can help you. That is fair. The lack of Natsume and all the presents she brought makes the school feel somehow lonely, even though there's hundreds of other students. Not that I was friends with her or anything. Looking cute as ever. Ew, shorty, ooey. I'd love to hug you, but I'm sweating right now, so I won't. And I'm glad you have some kind of self-preservation as well. Our next game is against Buttercup Girls Academy. They're strong, so I'm worried. I want to win since we lost last time, though. And there's the beauty about going up against a strong opponent. Whenever you win against a strong opponent, that win is much more satisfying. She always seemed famous even at our schools. Because I hear about her from other schools' teams. Or like, do you really have a beauty like that there? It's always above the prodigy. Actually, I might have been the last person to see Shiori. Huh? What do you mean? My grandma lives close to the school. After eating dinner at her and relaxing, I took the train back to my house. It's probably around 10:30 at night. Then, I saw Shiori at the station nearest the school. I wonder where this is gonna go. While I was on my way home, Shiori came out from the ticket gates and we passed each other. I thought it was weird and wondered if she had some business at school coming from Ota Station that late. And then the next day I hear Shiori died. And I'm like, was that what she headed to school for? What did Natsume look like then? What was she wearing? She had a pink skirt on and her school bag. Also, I want to say she even had makeup. She didn't seem gloomy in the least, so I could have never imagined she'd die after that. Did you ever tell the police this? No, I haven't, but I mean, Shiori died at school, so it's just self-evident she used the nearest station to it, right? So I figured there was no need to say anything. Yeah, because you wouldn't think that Shiori would, go that way so that, what would happen. Like, there's no incentive to really report that if it's a completely, mundane thing to do. Like, it's important information, I gather that, but it's something that you would not normally report because you just get an itching suspicion that something is really off. I think I jammed my finger when I tried to grab a ball. You think I should go to the infirmary? Yes! Go to the infirmary. I'm not taking no for an answer. That's me. We weren't especially close and I don't know any details. Could you ask someone else? That's fine. Out of the way, out of the way. If you don't get hit by a ball, you're going to go flying. Stay over there. Abby, you're tall. You seem suited for basketball. Want to try joining? Oh, but maybe now in second year is too late. You know what? Whenever I went to university, it's always the case, because I'm 6'7", that somebody on the basketball team or the rugby team would approach me. I don't go to them, they approach me. I'm like, I'm sorry, but I'm good. You know, Natsume had a really good figure, huh? Like, you know, the model girl in our grade. It was like Natsume wouldn't even be bested by her. Is it that blonde girl with the big mouth? Oh, jeez, it's dangerous to loiter around, you know. It hurts to get hit with a ball. It depends on what kind of ball, though. Natsume was smart, wasn't she? I felt like she was always top of her grade in tests. The rumors that she... Yeah. But... was she so smart she got... No, it's not to do with smarticles. It's about with parenticles. Let's see. Pool. Oh, this is our first time in the pool. Natsume? We're in different classes and we never talked. I wouldn't really know anything in particular. Hold on, actually, come to think of it, one time I went to the counselling room because I was bored and I passed by Natsume, so I overheard him talking just a little. What did you remember? What, really? Did you know what Natsume was talking about? I couldn't hear very well from the hallway, but she was saying something or another about cats. She had a super dour look when she came out. Cats? A dour look after talking about cats? I don't get it. Perhaps it's because of the fact that she can't actually have a cat. Well now, is it your first time at the pool outside of classes? We're here almost daily, so it's not very novel anymore. I get out of breath quick when I swim. Guess I really need to build some more stamina. She definitely was kind of a star of the school. I heard she was popular even among first years, and even the teachers were really fond of her. All that, and dying. It's a shame. You could say that about anybody. Anybody that dies, it's a shame. I don't know much about Natsume, but wasn't there a girl who was always with her? In 2D? Kind of gloomy? Maybe you should talk with her. It was the green-haired girl. But then again, didn't she... So complicated, because you can't really trust the words of another until another side of the story leaks out. And you can't swim, Ui? But you should join the swim team. We'll teach you step by aquatic step. Yes, that's a great way of someone overcoming their fears by facing it. Wasn't she in the orchestra club? Why don't you try asking the girls there? I don't know any details. I'm asking around everyone so that I can get everyone's perspective. Our pool's got a heater, so the water's always warm. Thanks to that, we can swim tons even in the winter months. Like, we're nearly 29 minutes into the video and we are still chatting with the students. I ate too much for lunch, so my stomach exploded. You can't hide your physique in a swimsuit, so it's a problem. I was envious of Shiori's beauty and figure. It always took me by surprise when she died. The beautiful do die young, it seems. Well, just so many good people die young. Also, just notice there's 2-5 platforms. It goes 1, 2, 3, 5, 5. Where's the 4, Ui? Or vgperson? Where's the 4? There's something that's missing out of all of this. Let's see. You two are always so busy with investigation. But it seems fun too. I'm envious. Do you know what we are investigating about? But then again, you would have known we were investigating about because we talked to you about it. Do you need something? Ah, it's you two. Then I take you aren't unwell? Not if that's a bad thing. What do you mean it's not a bad thing that we aren't unwell? What do you mean? Oh, little Mr. Tentative, always working so hard on investigation. Just be sure not to stick around too late. Fine, we can't go into the supply room then. Any others? But we can go into 2. Hey, what age do you think Mr. Fujiwara is? I bet he's younger than my grandpa, maybe around 65. Oh yeah, we've already questioned people here about Natsume. "Oh, Uri, I found a school paper." So I gave it a read. You sure put a bunch of different things in it. You're amazing, making something like that. Maybe we've already gone through this, audio. There's this gaudy guy, older guy at my work. He's so stubborn. Like, are you on social media? Tell me. I got away by saying I wasn't, but yeah, some people you just need to avoid. They give you a look. They give you a question. It gives you the wrong vibe. Just back away and just pretend that person doesn't exist. Look at this selfie. I look super ugly. I wish I'd been born cuter. I just want to look like my senpai. My senpai's perfect in every single way and I'm not. How could I even compare myself to such a beauty? I cannot be around him. Ooh. I made that last part up, by the way. I don't even know why I even said all of that. I just felt super creeped out now. Courtyard. Oh yeah, the music club. Oh, dance team, sorry. I wasn't in Natsume's class. I didn't speak to her much. But she was a celebrity. I bet lots of girls were shocked by her death. Our club's a little bit noisy, huh? But we can only do club activities in the courtyard. The basketball and volley clubs use the gym, and the drama club complain if we use the auditorium. Exactly. I'm dancing on stage for this culture festival. I thought up this super rad dance. You should come watch. Shiori told me she was looking forward to seeing the dance team on stage at a culture festival, and yet she ended up dead. Wonder what could have happened. Shiori, she was a super good kid. Such a shock when she died. Such a shock that she has died. Oof, it's hot. Dancing's fun. But it sure works up a sweat. But it's good for dieting, so whatever. And good for ye old muscles. You two want to dance? It's fun. If you're interested, why not give the club a trial run? Trial run, you say? Shiori was a rich girl, but had a pretty good attitude. She'd go along with the weirdest conversations. Always like that about her. Oh, but thinking about it, she never got into any talk about love. And here I was to hear about her fiancé. Wonder if she was too embarrassed. Ah, about you know who. The rumors that Shiori killed herself, huh? I don't want to believe it, but she did fall from the roof of the school at night. I don't think of that as an accident. It's hard matching the rhythm of this song. It's got a pretty fast tempo. I better listen closer and run it. Newspaper club, huh? Never heard of it. We're busy, so could you not bother us? Shiori? I was pretty good friends with her. I don't want to talk about it. It hurts to remember. I can understand that. If you're pretty close to somebody and they passed away, then you don't really want to talk about the good times. The times you shared with them, and not the times in which pains you. Like the time in which they unfortunately pass away. Can't go there. And for some other reason, yeah, we can't go to the school there. So I think we're done. Let me just have one more scout around the school to see if there's anything else going on. Field, okay. The field team. Shiori was always surrounded by friends. Definitely a popular person. If you know, everybody from our school was crying their eyes out. Myself included, I mean. I'm not actually the best at hurdles, so I was picked for it. But I was picked for it, sorry. So I've got to try. I'm not going to be beaten by the first years. Hey, it doesn't matter what year you're in. As long as you've got a heart for it and you're enthusiastic about it. I just can't improve my time. What can I do to get faster? I mean, they could just say run faster, but... yeah, that's so simple, isn't it? If I recall, didn't she have a sister? I don't know much about Natsume myself, so why don't you try tracking down her sister? You know what? I thought of that, but I thought that would be best saved for last. Just keep it between us. I don't think Natsume killed herself. Why'd you say that? You don't believe the rumors? My house is close to here, so I go jogging near the school every night. The night before we learned Natsume died, I was running around as usual. And that's when I saw someone leaving the gate, the school gate. What? What do they look like? When did you see them? It was dark, and I was running, so I couldn't see clearly, but I think it was a woman. So that would rule out Shiori's fiancé. Also, the person went running off, and their running form also struck me as feminine. Now, when was it? I ran for about 30 minutes after that, and got home to watch a TV show at midnight, so I probably saw the woman around 11:30. This is huge information, but did you tell this to the police? I didn't. There's no guarantee that person did anything to Natsume, and it could have just been a teacher working late. I figured I'd mention it if the police asked, but they never came, so I just let it pass. And now everyone's saying it was that. It felt kinda late to reopen the case like that. Any bit of information is important, no matter how minuscule it is. Oh, newspaper club. Like, you make the school paper? I read the article in the summer track meet. The seniors were really glad about it too. Thanks. Word of mouth is very important. One of our third years was 5th nationwide for pole vault. She retired after the summer track meet though. We've got to work hard too. Being out here, you can hear the orchestra club play. Just listen. Don't you hear it now? But think about how Shiori's violin isn't part of that performance now. It's kind of sad. Indeed. The rumors that she did that, huh? But why go to the trouble of doing it at school? I just don't get it. Maybe school was the one place she found solace in. I ran a ton earlier, so I'm pooped. It'll be fine if I took a break soon, right? Of course, it is necessary to take a break when you work so hard. Are you girls on a track team? Huh? Newspaper club? Never heard about it. Because it's called Newspaper Association. Natsume was a second year, wasn't she? I know the name, but what she was like, or why she might have died, I have no idea. People know, and others that do not know. Any others nearby? Whoa, this is a pretty big room, I'm not gonna lie. A pretty big room, so there are how many others? 6 others to talk to. Shiori, you say? I got a strong impression she was a nice girl. Also a smile, always a smile on her face. It's dangerous to go out on the field, someone might kick you by mistake. If you want an interview, do it while we're resting. My throat's dry, I really want to take a break soon. Didn't she have a fiancé? What school was he from again? I don't remember. The Iris Academy. Shiori. So I don't really want to talk about it. We were pretty friendly, so it still hurts. Understandable. Our Scots... No, it's football. It's not called soccer, it's football. And I will not be told otherwise. We don't have many people either. I wish more people would join, because it's fun. Because it is fun. I'm in the same class as Natsume Senpai's little sister. Her name's Sakura. Did you know her? She's on a tennis team, and probably at the court now. Please try to stay off the field. The coach will throw a fit at you. Oh, coach is really scary. Well, guess what? I don't see the coach anywhere. The third year is retired, so I'm anxious about our next match. Just gotta try to make winners of ourselves. What year was she in? Sorry, I don't know many seniors. Speaking of Natsume, there's something I found a little curious. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, what is it? She was often around the entrance, outside of coming and going hours. I mean, all that's there is the shoe cubbies, right? What do you think she was doing? That certainly is curious. Very curious indeed. Oh, you're in the newspaper club, huh? What's it, Mr. McWhorter, the advisor? He seems to have a pretty whatever attitude. So I bet your club activities are nice and lax. Not like the football team where it's all hard and intense and whatever. Very, very intense, no break, totally serious about everything, you know what I mean. Senior high entrance. Anybody loitering around these parts? Nope, then that is okay by me. Anybody at the roof rooftop? No. And we can't go to the rooftop. Good, we can't go to the rooftop. Chemistry, physics, we're done there. Biology, we're done there. Cooking, we're done there. Computer lab, we're done there. Library, done there. Social studies, obviously done there. Cafeteria, don't want to talk to those three miscreants. Art room, we're done. Music room is one place we can't go to. Probably for a reason as to why, but we'll bypass that for the time being. Okay, Sakura is the next person which we need to talk to. The last individual to talk to. I slacked off a little since I was exhausted and the coach got mad at me. I didn't see the point in practically dead time. I don't see the point in practicing dead time. Okay, I see what you mean by that sentence now. Abby, you're so tall. Actually, tall players have a slight advantage in tennis. Well, wanna join? Yeesh, I'm drenched in sweat already. I already hate how much I sweat. Hey, it's a good thing you sweat a lot. Because perspiration is important and keeping yourself cool. All the first years are such good kids. We gotta be good role models to them. It's rare to see a fact in today's day and age of school kids. It's a culture festival really soon. That's where culture clubs can shine, right? Hope the newspaper club can show something great to visitors too and bring new students this year. I got a bruise on my leg when the ball hit me. See, it stands out, right? Man. How'd I work in, Ui? I'm rooting for you. Of course. Now finally. Last but certainly not least, Sakura. Oh, Ui-senpai. Sakura, I heard from Akari. How would you support us? Thanks so much. We'll be doing our best to bring the truth to light. I hope to have your assistance. No, thank you for looking into what happened to my sister so earnestly. I'm so glad. I'll answer anything you want to know, so please ask me if you want. Well then, about Shiori Natsume and her death. The things I know about my sister are as I told Abi-senpai. Why she actually died? I really want to know that myself. Ugh. I haven't told you about the day she passed away yet, have I? That night she had dinner, spent a little while in her room, then got in a bath. That was around 9:30. You remember the time? Whoa. There's a show I like to watch at 10, so while going to take my bath at 9:30, I passed by Shiori coming out. That's what I remember. She told me the bath water was hot, so she cooled it down a little for me, and I gave some half-hearted reply. That was our last conversation. Wow. Once I got out of the bath, I went right to my room to watch TV and sleep on my bed like usual. I thought Shiori was in her room the whole time after getting out of the bath, but that wasn't the case, it seems. In the morning, the housekeeper woke me up. The police had called, telling our parents to come to the hospital. I see. So that's how you learned she died. Was there anything unusual about Natsume that night? Like her seeming kind of brooding? No, she was always the same. She was the same as always. She was someone who always smiled, not letting it show even when she was displeased. A facade. Right, got it. Sorry for making you remember such painful things, Sakura. It's alright. If I can provide something to the investigation, I'll talk about it. Do your best, you two. We are very glad to have your assistance, Sakura. Being such a close person to Shiori is going to be a great advantage. Right. I think we should conclude our questioning. We learned a lot here, actually. Okay, I've gotten some important info today. Shall we stop and sort it out? That's a great idea. First, regarding the rooftop. We knew from the police report that at the time of the incident, the door going up there could be opened. I was sure a police inspection had to be when that was first noticed, but I was wrong. certain people were in the know about accessing the rooftop months prior from the auditorium. Furthermore, some people used it as a hiding spot. I think Natsume was one of them. Sakamoto from the Science Society says she saw Natsume walking down the hall to the rooftop numerous times. That's also true. I've been wondering all this time why Natsume went to the rooftop, but maybe that wasn't a particularly special occurrence for her. Though I don't know what Natsume was doing up there. The point is, she was using it beforehand. Of course, what she was doing is very important, but we don't know any more about that. Also, throughout this whole episode, Akari has been just a nobody. At any rate, going up on the roof was an unusual event for her, yet it must have been for something she didn't want others to see. That's what it means to use a secret spot like the rooftop, doesn't it? Here we go. The first conversation out of Akari throughout the entire episode. An ordinary occurrence, and not something she wanted people to see. I get it. She'd go to the rooftop when she wanted to skip class and take a nap or sprawled out. Something like that, yeah? Well, if you want to use the sort of thing irresponsible people like us would do to illustrate it, then yeah, more or less. But what's figuring that out got to do with Natsume's death? She went to the trouble of going up on the rooftop at night that day. You saying she did what she normally did on the roof, but sneaking out at night. Doesn't that sound weird? Yeah, there's no guarantee her reason for going to the roof at night was the same as what it usually was. In fact, maybe Natsume, wanting to die, chose to carry it out from the rooftop she was so acquainted with. Is that so unimaginable? No, that can't be it. Why not? Think back to the testimony of Sugata from the basketball team. Natsume was in casual clothes wearing makeup, remember? I hear lots of, girls having that mindset of wanting to be pretty when they die. I know that, but if that were the case, wouldn't she give careful thought to her belongings, to her bag too? There were lots of bags in the closet in Natsume's room, but on the night of the incident she had her school bag, see? Yeah, guess so. If you're getting all dressed up to go die, it's a little weird to pick a school bag to carry with you. Right, this is just a guess, but what if Natsume simply thought, I'll dress up a bit and head to school? Recall the police report. Among her belongings was a commuter pass and cosmetic pouch. She was headed to school, so naturally she needed a train pass, and it'd be good to have her cosmetic pouch to touch up her makeup any time. But was that within her personal belongings at the time of the discovery of the body? That's why Natsume took her school bag, but then again she could have just put things in a locker. That's why those are both things you'd always have in your school bag, right? I gotcha. That's how she was thinking the school bag be most convenient. So, what does that make her objective for dressing up and heading to school? Maybe to meet with someone? If she were sneaking into school at night, without plans to meet someone, would you need a cosmetic pouch? Also, a person who was jogging around, I'm not sure if it was a track team or from, I was about to say the basketball team, but that's completely different. But one of them said that there was somebody else who was there, not Shiori Natsume, but somebody else, potentially a woman that was there at that same night when the incident occurred. Got a point. Even if you wanted makeup in case people saw you on the way to school, a cosmetic pouch seems like overkill. I get it. What Kobayashi from the track team told us. Right, according to Kobayashi, yes, a woman left the front gate around 11:30. It's hard to imagine a teacher working until that late. If that were it, surely it would have been mentioned in the police report. But perhaps sometimes they want certain bits of information to be left out for the school's integrity. Like, if it was included, then their reputation would somehow be shackled. Shikata saw Natsume at the station around 10:30. Her estimated time of demise was between 11 to 12. And Kobayashi saw the woman leaving the school around 11:30, which matches the time period. With this timeline, it's not inconceivable Natsume was meeting that woman at the school. She needed to meet someone, or perhaps she was called there by that person. So, did she went to the psychiatrist to talk about cats? About the fact that she couldn't have a cat at home because of her parents? And the woman in... Sorry, the person in the... not the infirmary, but the one next door. I've forgotten what that room that was called. But that room could possibly be the psychiatrist. The school psychiatrist. Did they choose the rooftop location and the late night time frame to completely eliminate any possible witnesses? So that person pushed Natsume off the rooftop. I'm not saying that, I just want to suggest that Natsume would met the person on the roof. There's still the option of that person being present when she died, and Natsume's fall being an accident. We already proposed the theory that someone was with Natsume back when we talked on the rooftop, right? I think that possibly has jumped way up after today's investigation. Isn't it amazing? Yep, compared to when we started, the situation's become a lot clearer. Pretty wild. So guessing from here on, we'll put a focus on put a focus on finding out who was with Natsume when it happened. Correctamundo, that's exactly right. I've been feeling it faintly since we started the investigation, but for all Natsume's popularity, not many had a deep relationship with her. That sort of makes somebody an enigma when you know that their presence is there, but they are an enigma. We've asked all around the school, yet it seems like there was no one Natsume openly showed her honest self to. Everyone felt a step removed. Meaning, sure enough, those who did have a deep relationship with her, or some kind of other connection, those 5 people are important. So then, what do you say to investigating those 5 as candidates for Natsume's rendezvous partner? Right. Then surely we can leave Sakura and Yasuka out from that, yeah? I can understand Sakura, but why Yasuka too? If she used the rooftop at night for a secret meeting, odds are it was someone from this school, don't you think? No point in a secret meeting on campus when someone from another school. If you just want to avoid attention, there's gotta be other places. Like, for example, the fiance's house. So I doubt it'd be Yasuka. Inviting a student from a boys' school to come to a girls' one at night seems awfully risky. And if Sakura were the one, no reason to go to school at night. Could just go away but home if she didn't want their parents watching. Yeah, that's fair. I don't see a problem with that. And we have already excluded those 2 from questioning. Just wanting to avoid attention is a weak reason to pick the rooftop. That's certainly true. There must be some additional reason for the choice of the rooftop. I feel like it's gotta have something to do with what Natsume normally used the rooftop for. Dang it, I'm so curious. But there weren't any girls who knew that Natsume used the rooftop at all. Might be futile to ask about it anymore. Yeah, think that I'll do it for our investigation to Natsume on her own then. Yeah, then as planned, we'll continue by doing further questioning about Hakagigi, Mayuki, and Murakami. I want to know more about all three's relations to Natsume and what kinds of people they are, since we've changed who we're asking. If we dug into those, we may be able to determine who Natsume met with that night. We have to buckle down. So yeah, with our future direction decided, that's it for today. Good work, everyone. Yep, good work. Let's move it. Let's move it indeed. Been 56 minutes. And Bottles is back. Okay then, starting today, I'd like to investigate into Hakagigi, Mayuki, and Murakami. Let's put our hearts into it. Alright, who are we starting with then? Let's see, maybe first we'll look into Murakami. Why, that's a surprise. I thought you'd put off dealing with the one you hate. Now, I've learned a lesson of a sort that whether I do it now or later, it won't change that I hate it. If possible, I wouldn't want to get involved with Murakami, not even for questioning, but I feel like her relation with Natsume is important, so... Oh, that's right, once we've collected enough info, is it okay if I come here and sort it out? I get confused when there's lots of info. I want to be occasionally confirming at least the important stuff. Sure thing. Do as you please, boss. Assigned Aoi as boss. Let's see. Entered investigation mode. Hold on. We got another thing here. Shiori and Kana Murakami's relation. Ah. So let's look at our cell phone. It says indeed Thursday, which means chart of clubs off days. Okay, so any club that's not the cooking club, the art club, or the literacy club are active. But could we sort out our mind now, actually? Just thinking about it. Okay, there's still many more pieces that we need to gather. We've only got 6 of the 15 pieces, so we'll need to finish and then get back to that at some point. This feels like it's going to be an entire episode of just asking people questions. You know, Bottles, you're always here after school. Don't you have to work? Don't be dumb, I'm working here, aren't I? I'm grading, I'm making quizzes. Yeah, but why here? It's not like you're watching my work or anything either. Couldn't you work in the staff room? Or can you not concentrate there? Don't bust his balls, Aoi. Obviously, it's Courtesy King. Openly slack off here. Ah, so that's it. I see. Poor Bottles. Why do you have to be so mean to him? Let's see now. What, you're back again? So annoying, we told you don't want to talk about Natsume, duh. Today is a little different, it's not so much Natsume, but Murakami I want to ask about. Huh? I was just wondering what sort of relationship Natsume and Murakami had. So you're not just trying to dig up dirt on Natsume with a count or two? Why'd you need it so bad? Let me guess, you think Kana did something to Natsume? It's nothing like that, I just want to know how she interacted with Natsume. You're annoying either way. And didn't Natsume... Yes. Kana never even talked about her. Talked to her, so what relationship? We'll be real mad if you come again. Bye-bye now. Oh, really? I would love to see how mad you get, you 3 imbeciles. That's the only word I can come up with. Imbeciles. Alright. After dealing with those 3, let's see. So... it is their day off today. So that is really good. So... library is also out of the question. And cooking is also out of the question. So without a doubt, Today in the game is Thursday, even though I'm playing this game on a Monday. What is Kana Murakami like? I want to put photos of Murakami in the school website, but a teacher told me absolutely not. Maybe we need permission from model agency. Shiori and Kana Murakami's relationship. Huh? Natsume and Murakami? No way they're acquainted. Murakami's friends hate Natsume. And also you can't speak to them on the off topic. People say a lot about her, but she's not that bad. Despite being pretty and a model, she doesn't act all high and mighty. In fact, she's honest. I kind of like her. It doesn't always mean good though. People say Murakami hates Natsume, but have you ever heard her speaking ill of Natsume? She avoids the subject when she comes up, but... That's true. I've asked Murakami about Natsume too, and she didn't say anything bad. Heck, she wouldn't even respond. Right. Though maybe she just doesn't want to say anything because she hates her. And she goes along with her friend's bad-mouthing. So they might take that as agreement. Yes, but it's sort of like a mutual agreement. What is Kana like? With Natsume having passed, Murakami is probably the most famous person at this school. Bet tons will come to see her at this culture festival. She's a big magazine model after all. Rumor has it that Murakami hates Natsume, right? I don't know whether it's true or not, but when there's smoke, there's fire. That is absolutely true. Absolutely true. Let's have a look in the biology lab and see what's biologically being created. Can I already envy that figure and those long legs. Wish we could trade lower halves. Okay. I don't think they were acquainted. I never saw the two of them talk. And them interacting out of sight seems doubtful. I don't know. But isn't Murakami always with Nashino and them? I never saw Shiori talking with those girls. And I wonder why. Murakami has super pretty skin. I wish you'd trade skin with me. Do you think you can transplant a person's whole skin? No. Even though it's the biggest organ of the human body, it's not possible, okay? Just because you can take someone's skin off. Okay. I was about to say something. I'm thinking, no, I'm not going to finish that conversation. And don't ask me either. I felt pretty sick thinking about it. I was saying, like, tearing off someone else's skin and wear it as your own. But nah, I had a feeling you'd ask. Our school's representative Shining Star. I'm too fearful to have ever talked to her. Both are at the top of the social ladder. It's just my impression, but I feel like they challenge each other's authority. Maybe that's my bias at the bottom run speaking. You're not the bottom of a run. Ugh, Murakami, I can't deal with her. And she's so dazzling, it makes me hard to talk to. Probably no real relationship between them. They got along with totally different people, you know. But that doesn't mean they can't get along with each other, for goodness sakes. You breathe the same air, you are at the same school, etc. For goodness sakes. Anything changed up there? Nope. Let's go downstairs then and go to, not the staff room. I'll do the tennis court last, since Sakura's there. Do the tennis court last. No. Absolutely none. In counseling room. That's the one I was thinking of. Counseling room. I am suspicious of you. Like, you don't want to talk about your patients and your time with them when it comes to counseling. That is absolutely understandable. But if you're withholding information that could be important, then that is a liability. I don't know much about Murakami. Her being pretty and flashy makes her hard to approach. I don't know, both are hard for someone like me to go near. They didn't associate, did they? I really don't know. Oh yeah, so I hear Kana was chosen as the exclusive model for a brand and audition last year. I believe it was Lady Grow. Amazing, huh? Lady Grow, huh? Wasn't that a brand in which Shiori wore? Like the one that was tucked in the far right corner of the wardrobe? Honestly, no way those two would get along. We're talking a princess with a fondness for violin and a freewheeling Gairu type model. I might not know it for a fact, but... But what? She's got a great figure, huh? I invited her to join dance, but she rejected me since she's had work. I bet Kana looks so cool doing dance though. Kana's cute, isn't she? I totally hit on her if I were a guy, but she probably would turn me down. Yeah, kinda doubt they'd be friendly, if I don't know what it was really like. You could be a man or a woman or just yourself. I never heard about those two being friendly, and I mean, those friends of Kana's certainly don't think highly of Shiori. Well, you don't need to put her friends into the equation. Kana can be surprisingly diligent, you know. Modeling is busy work, but she keeps up with her studies. That's why I hear the teachers like her quite a bit. Murakami, huh? I don't like her much, cause those girls she's always with, like Nishino, are all about bad-mouthing Shiori. Murakami seems like she must have hated Shiori, otherwise she'd be telling off Nishino and company. Exactly, it's almost like, for Kana, Shiori not being with us anymore, for her secretly, to her, is a blessing. Gym. Gym it is! What is Kana like? Ah, that girl, right. Doesn't she work as a model? Pretty amazing for a high schooler. I don't know, try asking someone else. Relationship? How should I know? I never heard about Shiori talking with Murakami. Fine, what's Kana like then? Murakami from 2C? About all I know is she's a model. Okay. Kana from 14? I love her, but I'm too scared to speak to her. I'm sorry, I don't know. If they were friendly, Kana must have been pretty shocked by her death, but she's not. Or maybe she is. Deep down, maybe she is. Both felt like they lived in another world from us. I know of them, but I don't know what their relationship would have been. Oh, I've heard of her. I believe she's a core teen model, yes. I might have at least passed by her at the school. It's not quite Murakami, but her 3 friends, they really adore her. It feels like they insult other people because they want to lift Murakami up. Oh, interesting. I doubt they got along. Murakami aside, those other 3, they're bad-mouthing Natsume all the time. Natsume was flashing away too, huh? Though she and Murakami are totally different types. I never heard about them being friendly. Honestly, I can't deal with her. Isn't she really gaudy? She's too radiant for an earthling like me. Do not think that you are not worthy of another person's time. Murakami's cute, isn't she? In magazine photos, she's cool. What a pro to be able to change moods like that. Natsume and Murakami sure both stood out. I never saw the two talk. They definitely didn't get along. Well, I wouldn't know what Shiori thought, but Kana definitely must have hated Shiori. I think there's something else at work here. And I highly doubt it was Kana. Ugh, Kana, huh? I can't deal with those 4. They seemed kinda glad that Shiori died. They said some really horrible things. What do they say? I'm glad she's dead. Even if you hated Shiori, isn't that too cruel? Exactly. Well, I guess I wouldn't put it past those people to say that. By the way, wasn't Murakami specifically who said that? That's right, even if she seems a little selfish, I didn't get the impression she'd say something so awful. It surprised me. Made me totally disgusted with her. Exactly. I never heard about the two of them being friendly. Rumor had it that they hated each other, but nobody can know now, huh? I talk with Kana quite a bit. She has clear likes and dislikes and can be blunt, but she's fun to talk to. The model, right? I don't know the details. I don't know. I don't know what Natsume and Murakami very well. I also missaid that sentence. Natsume and Murakami, not a single clue. Murakami's tall as you expect from model. I'm 5 foot 5 inches and she's taller than me, probably around the same height as Abby? Do not know, but nobody is taller than me. Over model? I'll be honest, I've got no interest in that. And she seems kind of foul, so I don't want to talk about it. You know what? I think that's not an uncommon thing. Eh? Did those two have an acquaintance? Doesn't seem like they'd mesh at all. This whole episode has been about talking with other people. There's no like huge events going on except for the between Wednesday and Thursday arc. Murakami's really pretty. I want her in our place. They probably didn't get along. I mean, their personalities don't seem to go together. Though the two were different types of beauty, so I bet it'd be something to see them side by side. Both were popular girls, right? But I never heard about them being friends. Murakami's amazing, being a pro model in high school. I heard she's really sensitive about staying pretty. Pros must have had really high awareness, huh? That could also be a weakness. Ah, the model. Someone in our club tried inviting her to join but got turned down. She's probably busy with her photo shoots and stuff. Murakami's a model, Natsume was an orchestra. Both seem like they busy, so they probably didn't hang out or anything, and I'm not sure if they were friendly to start with. Possibly not. Possibly not. A tragic fallen star. A beautiful high school model. Nice. Feels like you could make a story out of that. Of course, I don't know their actual relationship. I think Murakami's an amazing and pretty model, but I don't really have much interest in her. Maybe my impression would change if I talked to her. Big advice, don't talk to her. The cool teen model, right? I like Lady Grove clothes myself, and Kana often wears them in magazines. They really suit her form well. Was Natsume Senpai's friends with Kana? Like, yeah, I'd like to get close with Kana too. I don't. Were those two friends? Whoa. Talk about otherworldly figures colliding. But then again, who knows? She's a model, right? There's a bunch of first years who like Kana. Aspirations. People to look up to, etc. Field day. No way they were acquaintances. Shiori was always surrounded by lots of people, and Murakami's tight with her group of 4. Felt a bit like they keep each other in check. Murakami's famous but not popular, it feels like. She's always with Nashina and those girls, right? I guess that tight guard makes her hard to approach. I'm in the same class as Kana. She's sort of a queen bee, you know? Not so bad when you talk to her, but what? Star of the school Natsume. Queen bee Kana. If it were a movie, those two could totally be rivals. I wonder what reality was. In a way. I never heard of them getting along. Though I think Natsume hated Shiori. Not that I know what the reality was. I don't like that girl. It kind of seems like she's always hanging with those other 3 and bad-mouthing people, you know? Makes me wonder if they're mocking me too. I think they mock everyone. I think they're unpopular brats. People tend to see Kana in a bad light, which is understandable since the girls she hangs out with are always insulting people, but if you talk to her, she's really not that bad. I get a feeling those two didn't have any contact. Each one got along with different people. I don't know much about Natsume, but I never saw her talk with Kana. People say a lot of things about her, but she's cute. She considers of her friends and really values the 3 she's always with. I like that about Kana. Not so much about the people that she considers her friends, but the value behind considering them as friends. Like it's the motive, not the individuality of the said 3 people. I don't know who that is, so I couldn't be of help. Don't worry, you're not missing out on much. I don't know anything about Natsume or Murakami, so that's fine. Do not worry. I don't know, they're both really cute, right? Let's see. Kana's cute, isn't she? Her clear skin and blonde hair are wonderful. She's kind of like a doll. To be honest, I can't deal with Murakami. Ask all you want. I can't tell you anything. Shiori wasn't especially friendly with Murakami, and while Murakami seemed to hate Shiori, So, I don't know. Ask someone else. Is there a girl like that? Isn't she famous? Yeah, unfortunately so. That girl's pretty famous. I think I heard she was a magazine model. I never met her. I don't know a thing about seniors' relationships. Oh, but maybe Sakura would know? Possibly. Kana from Cortain? She's a student at this school? I'm stunned. I gotta know her right now. I don't know this Natsume person. I have no clue what relationship they might have, so I couldn't be any use. That's fine. Natsume and Kana, huh? I don't know. Kana must be busy with work, huh? Sometimes she's in the cafeteria with Nishino and all. But when you got a busy job, maybe school's a break. Exactly. Maybe the theme that you retire from modeling is a little bit of a breather. I think that's all that there is. Oh, yes, of course, because we've asked us a lot about those questions. We've asked about Shiori, but not these other things. Is that girl here? Is she famous? I don't have any interest in models, see? Come on, I have no idea. I vaguely know Natsume at least. Eh? Kana and Shiori? I don't know about that. I've never seen them talking. Ah, Kana, she's super duper cute, you know. I'd like to see her in tennis wear. She's not a bad girl, but it's like, she says things way too bluntly. I don't think I could really deal with her. I don't know what relationship they had, but come to think of it, didn't Kana call Shiori pretty once? Just once, though. Murakami of all people calling Natsume pretty. Yeah. Like, even though you saw somebody that could be a potential rival, you gotta at least respect them of some direction. People friendly with Murakami like Nishino are always insulting Natsume. So surely Murakami didn't get along with her either. Ah, Murakami, she's already hanging out with 3 others, enjoying bad-mouthing someone, so I don't care for her. Murakami, the model. I got a close look at her, and her skin was super clean. I'm so enriched. Never seen them together. They're in different classes, so it's not like there's any reason they get along, right? They obviously didn't interact. Murakami seems to hate Shiori. We're getting so much information here. There's so much dialogue. She's pretty, but kind of nasty. It seems like the girls she's with are flashy too. Super cute, right? She's kind of like a pretty doll. I don't know. Were they friendly? If those 2 stood side by side, I feel like I'd be dazed by their beauty. Last but certainly not least, Shiori at this point of the table. What's a table for? I don't know. What's Kana like? Murakami? Could her first name be Kana? Right. Did your sister say anything about Murakami? I did hear something one time about a magazine model in her grade she called Kana-chan. I believe she said she was an honest, kind girl. What? She said that about Murakami? Yes. Is it that much of a surprise? I don't know Murakami at all, so... Bizarre. I don't know. At the very least, I never saw Shiori with Murakami. That is interesting to know. I think that wraps it up. Can't go in there. Go in these. Actually... No, I think we've already asked everyone here. It's just a tennis court. That was the anomaly. Yeah, it's just the tennis court. That was the anomaly in all this. Because we never got around to asking about them. Because the only time we went to the tennis court was when, well, Sakura was very angry at us originally. But nevertheless, I think we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. So, I don't think there is what you would call a full set of tiles. There's 9 tiles here. Well, coming back to that, at the next time of our adventures of Pedestal will be holding sub key in the next time. What do you think about this episode, folks? This is a completely different episode from the previous one. Number 1 from the nature, but also number 2, it did not take me 2 attempts to record this episode. Lovely. But nonetheless, folks, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in the next time of Pedestal, where hopefully we'll have a little bit less of a time where we just continuously ask students, but there are still 2 others to talk about. It's going to be fascinating. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.